Hi, welcome back. My name is Justine and this is my sewing journal. In today's video, I'll be sharing my Make 9 sewing challenge list, the long and winding road I took to choose the projects I eventually included. I'll also talk about my sewing goals for 2024. If you're a sewist, you will have heard of the Make 9 challenge. Basically, you pick 9 projects that you want to make for the year. It could be fabric-led or it could be patterns-led. Different creators have their own unique take on the challenge. And my take on this challenge is that I will have 3 self-imposed rules. So the first and second rules are that I have to use the fabrics and patterns that I already own. I know I definitely have more than 9 patterns to choose from, but I didn't know until I checked recently. I was honestly surprised that I have enough fabrics to complete this challenge. I didn't realize my fabric stash has been growing. So anyway, I hope I don't break rule number 1 and number 2. The third and last self-imposed rule is that if I'm going to change one of the patterns I've already picked, it will only be because I am picking some. So let's dive in. These are not in any particular order. I've just grouped them by type of fabrics. So let's start with the fabric that I'm calling Sony fabric. It isn't, but where I bought it from, it was listed as a designer dead stock fabric. So maybe it is, maybe it's Missoni's dead stock. I'll be so lucky. So here is my Missoni fabric, which I'm realizing now is the same colorway as the wallpaper I have in the background. It's also not too dissimilar with the top that I'm wearing. I have these 2 Missoni dress inspirations. I like the placket on this dress and the silhouette of this dress. I'm using the Vikisews Andie dress pattern as a base. Without alterations, the Andie dress has a turn-down collar, a collar stand, and a Henley placket. The set-in sleeves are long, close-fitting, and have thumb holes. There are slits at the side seams of the dress, and it is ankle length. For my version, I will have a placket without the buttons. The sleeves might only be 3/4 long, but definitely no thumb holes. The dress will have no side seams. I'll see if ankle length suits me, and if not, I'll change it to midi length. So this fabric has a metallic finish, which makes it a little bit scratchy on one side, but luckily on the inside, it's actually quite soft. So I think it will still be comfortable to wear. So I'm really excited about this pairing because this is the first time I'm going to recreate a designer dress. And fingers crossed, it will be alright. Clearly, I don't have high expectations for myself. No, really, I'll be happy with alright. But of course, I want it to be really nice because I like the style of this dress. And hopefully, it's something that I'll be wearing often. I'm excited to show you what I have next. This fabric is so fun and eye-catching with its rows of cherries in red and pink against a dark brown background. So it's a medium weight jersey fabric that I'm pairing with McCall's A365. What I want to make is a crop top with a matching pair of flared trousers like this. For the crop top, I'm going to use this pattern from McCall's, which is a corset style jacket. It is a zip-up jacket with princess seams. There are options for a collar or hood, long sleeves with optional thumb holes, cropped or curved hem with pockets. I'm going to make version A, but with short sleeves. I'm using the same fabric for the flared trousers, so I think it might be too much to make a long sleeve top. Although this McCall's pattern looks like it includes the trousers, it doesn't. So for the trousers, I'm going to trace a pair of slightly flared Topshop jeans. I think I might actually start this project quite soon because I think this would be a nice winter to spring kind of outfit. So the next project is the easiest one. It's another set, but this time I will do a color block skirt and top. So for this project, I am using the Simplicity pattern 8982. If you've seen my previous video, you know that I've already used this pattern before. The main difference this time is that I'm using plain fabrics rather than a patterned fabric. These are my high street inspirations for this color block set. I'd like a bright pink and emerald green knitwear in plain fabrics. As I mentioned before, I'll be using this Simplicity S8982, which is a two-piece jumper dress, top, and skirt pattern. So for the top, I will be using this emerald green jersey fabric. What I would like to do this time is to make the sleeves puffier, so a little bit more dramatic. And I'm also thinking of adding some buttons. I'm just not sure what colored buttons to add. For the skirt, I'm going to use this bright pink jersey fabric, which is the same kind of jersey as this green fabric. I think it would be really fun to wear these two colors together. I know I'm not being realistic right now, but here's another one that I'd like to make soonish. I want to use this fabric soon because I want to see if this looks better when made. So this is a pleated stretch fabric with metallic specks. I forgot that I have this fabric. I go from liking this fabric to not liking it because of the metallic specks. Now that I've seen it again, I think I like it again. I want to make this into something soon because I want to see if the fabric looks better when it's actually made into a garment. I think the perfect pattern for this is McCall's 8194. It's a V-neck bodycon dress in short, midi, and long lengths with half and long sleeves. I'll make it in view C, which is the long sleeves midi version. I wanted to sew this pattern because I think this will always be in style. You'll always see a version of this on the high street. I think if I successfully turn this garment into a decent version of this, I think it will be one of my staple dresses to wear. I'm going on a short holiday next month, so I'm hoping I can take this dress with me. So those are the projects I'll be doing using stretchy fabrics. The next ones on the list are projects in woven materials. But before we go into that, let me do a show and tell of this top that I'm wearing. So this is a men's shirt that I turned into a blouse. Credit goes to Jess Dang, who I follow here on YouTube. So for this refashion, I followed Jess Dang's 14-minute tutorial on how to turn a men's shirt into a woman's puffy sleeve crop top blouse. The shirt I used for this refashion is from Asda. It was on the clearance rack a couple of years ago, and I think it was only £3, if not £5. It looks very similar to the one Jess used in her video, so I bought it and tried her tutorial. It was easy enough to follow as a beginner. This is definitely a tutorial to try if you want to upcycle unwanted clothes. These pictures were taken a few years ago when we visited Lindisfarne Castle in Northumberland. For reference, Northumberland is the northernmost county in England. So the first of the woven fabric project is this dress. This is Simplicity S9742. For this dress, I'm going to use this cotton with obviously blue and white fabric. This fabric was a real bargain. I bought this for only £7. Yes, £7 for 2.3 meters. This fabric has like a fault on the print. There's a white line that runs across the, I think the width of the fabric. I don't think it's obvious, but I am pairing it with this pattern because once the skirt is gathered, I think it will make the fold less obvious.
For this make, I was inspired by these button front dresses from the high street. Let's have a look at this pattern. So this is a button front dress in 3 lengths. It has princess seams, inverted pleats, and side seam pockets. I'm going to make dress view A, which has a collar, yoke, and cap sleeves. And of course, this requires 12 buttons.
I bought this fabric not just because it was a bargain, but also because the abstract nature of the pattern reminds me of this American artist called Keith Haring. He is like a proponent of pop art.
His drawing style is simple but understated, and somehow it gives an impression that the characters are moving. Anyway, the print of the fabric reminds me of his work.
The next project is this patchwork jacket that I will be making using my scrap fabrics. I bought this book maybe 3 or 4 years ago now, and I have not made anything from this yet.
In the 4th episode of Series 8 of the Great British Sewing Bee, the challenge for the week was reduce, reuse, recycle. So the contestants were asked to reuse scraps of fabric from previous challenges to make this quilted patchwork jacket. The jacket pattern is included in this book, which was published after the show. You can still see this type of jacket on the high street, so I thought I'd make one myself. More importantly, I want to use my fabric scraps.
I'll give myself a couple of months to finish this project. I'm hoping it will be ready by late summer. So the next project is going to make use of this Liberty fabric. You would have seen this fabric in my other videos when I went to Liberty to buy this fabric.
My idea for this project is to make a pajama outfit for streetwear. I hope I can pull off this look. I'll be using this Nina Lee Piccadilly pajama set pattern. What I like about this pattern is the open mandarin collar and the gently curving hems of the shirt. I'm using version 1 of this pattern, but I don't think I'll be using the trousers pattern because I think I want a more tailored look. I'll look for a trousers pattern when I'm ready to make this set.
I haven't used the Nina Lee pattern before, so this will be a good one for me to try. So the next one is making my own Ghani-inspired blouse that has been popular last year.
I'm a little late to this Ghani tie-top party. This went viral last year, and I've seen really cute versions made by home sewists. For my version, I'll hack this new look pattern that has puffy sleeves. I'll cut the bodice short and add a peplum. And of course, instead of buttons, I'll do a tie front instead. I'll be using this orange Tanalon fabric from Liberty and contrasting ribbons for the ties.
When I was planning my make line list, I thought, great, it's just 9. I think it's doable. But now talking about what I've planned to make, I'm really not sure. So good luck to me. So anyway, this is the last one on the list. This is McCall's 8403. This white. I bought this pattern because this dress in white reminds me of Diane Lane in the movie. It's obviously not the same dress, but it's the same vibe that I'm getting. It's like a holiday dress or like a dress you'd wear when you are in Italy.
So this dress features a knotted dress with sleeve and length variations. The dress has a side waist cutout, collar and collar stand, double yoke, front bands, and back invisible closure. I think the fabric I've chosen will work well for both the dress and the hat. As you can see in my high street inspiration pictures, the models are wearing a bucket hat. I'd love to make a matching bucket hat for this dress too.
For this challenge, I'm going to use this printed cotton material. I like this fabric because from a distance, it just looks like a camouflage fabric. But up close, you can see it's like a crowd of people. And you know how I'm drawn to patterns like this. So I thought this will be a good pairing. I will definitely be making this dress in white, but I'll try the pattern first using this printed material.
So that's it. That's the 9 projects I want to do this year. I'll keep you updated as soon as I do them. Maybe it's too ambitious of me to say, but I hope I can do more than these.
Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble on about my sewing plans. And thank you to my early subscribers. I hope you are enjoying my content. Please let me know if you have any suggestions as to what I should make or what I should be adding in my sewing list for 2024. Take care and happy sewing. Bye!